Hello, everyone. This is Zayami Eccles-Irwin from FilmFestivalCircuit.com and the Assistant Director of the Portland Comedy Film Festival. Right now, we are gearing up for our Fall 2023 screening, which is going to take place on October 15th at the beautiful historic Clinton Street Theater in Portland, Oregon. And today we are talking with some filmmakers participating in this festival. Behind the film's Private Limo, we have Episode 2 and Episode 3 screening in this festival. And I love this big turnout. Thank you all so much for being here and meeting with me today.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So can we go around to start and get everyone's names and their roles in the film?
Hi, I'm Charlie, the main character, Felepe. Felepe always wins. Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Megan. I play Officer Busty and Nurse Busty.
Her twin sister, Nurse Busty. You guys go.
Hi, I'm Mark. I play Mrs. Preston in episode 2, and I play Dr. Norman in episode 3. And I'm also the main character.
Thank you.
And I do post-production too.
Cool.
I am Rob, and I play the part of Mr. Preston, his husband.
Beautiful.
And episode
Dr. Halibut.
Dr. Halibut as well.
Right on.
Episode 3.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having us. I'm Lee Cadena. I played Darren in episode 2 and then Cooper in episode 3.
And lastly, I'm Gary Weeks. I'm the producer, creator, writer, director, cameraman, soundman, set producer, set construction, costume designer, everything else.
Incredible.
I'm only in episode 1 for a split second because I don't like my voice.
Well, thank you all so much for meeting with me. I love the introduction. And this is clearly already just such a fun group. What inspired this film and how did you guys all get together?
What really inspired it was we were talking about this earlier, I have about 800 films written in my head, which we just started doing because I want to come out with a little comedy first. I have made for true stories. I have dramas. I have everything. So I met up with my neighbor here, Mark, and his wife, and we were talking one day and drove into New York City and just bought a whole bunch of camera equipment and said, let's get this done. Rang up a bunch of friends. I said, do you want to do this and this? And everyone just got together. And we started this back last December.
Yeah.
Episode 1, we were out in the freezing cold. Episode 2, we were out in the freezing cold. And now we're actually working, right now we're in production on episode 4. A lot of people like it and they always ask me about it. And when's the next episode coming? I get emails about like, why is he so mean on the thing? I'm like, he's really not. He's really a nice person. And then after this, we have another episode after this. Once will be 5. And then it's going to take a different turn. It's going to be not the limo. It's a whole other series of something else, more not comedy.
Okay, excellent. So the momentum's there. The demand is in. I love it. Well, Senator, tell me, what is that on-set process like from writing and then directing? It looks like you wear a ton of hats, Gary, and it looks like you guys play multiple wacky characters. What does a typical day of shooting feel like for this film?
It can be hectic. It can be freezing cold, right?
Yes.
And really, honestly, we all come together as a team. We all make it work together. Everybody works on. And the best part about it is, and I think you guys can add to it, we all have fun because we drink a lot of wine when it's done. And even if we're out in the cold, we have a good time. We have food. And probably one of the most funnest part is when we actually launch them. We get together and like, it's up and running. Let's see how it came out. And but you guys can add to that as well. What is your?
Well, I just think because we're friends, we've known each other for so long and it doesn't even feel like work. It feels like what we would be doing anyway, just in somebody's living room. So it's kind of like a Monty Python kind where we just kind of keep changing characters, and it kind of builds. And I don't know, we just have a great time with it.
No, it's really a lot of fun, especially when we get to Gary comes up and identifies the spoofs, and it happens during a production, right? So we do have a lot of fun.
Excellent.
Yeah, I would say too. We start by reading the script together.
The script read, right?
And then we go on and start filming and things, and it always evolves. It's always a process. The end product is never exactly the same as where we started, and we add little jokes and things in along the way.
Take some out.
And yeah, you never know like what people are going to laugh at and what's going to work until you see it on screen. So
we all enjoy doing it. It's just fun. I mean,
yeah,
It's all new to all of us. Honestly, we
it
just
makes time go by, and it's just great.
if you asked a year ago, we were like, I don't know. It was all started last December, right? Somebody what's your take? What do you like doing?
It's just so much fun getting together with people that you're so familiar and comfortable with. There's a lot of things when things are first written, like, are you okay with this? I think that's crossing the line just a little bit. Okay, we'll pull it back. And it's just a lot of laughs.
And Megan loves it when somebody recognizes her in public and says, oh my God, aren't you Officer Busty?
It can be a little awkward, but
It works.
That's awesome. Well, I love that you guys already have a natural chemistry established, very familiar with each other. And it sounds like the whole process overall is collaborative and fun all the way through. So you guys are on episode 3, and we have 4 and 5 in the works. Coming this far along in the series, what did you guys learn from this process? Have you tightened up any ends of it or taken new insights in the craft?
If I can speak to that, we learned a lot. If you watch episode 1 to episode 3, you'll see we learned the sound. We learned lighting. I mean, episode 1, we really didn't know. It's like, come on, guys, let's get the cameras out and go outside. Of course, all my neighbors are like, what the hell are they doing out there? With this limousine all lit up and Officer Busty. And it was just weird. But anyhow, we're actually, and I get to hear that from a lot of people that watch it, that as the episodes progress, like, wow, they're getting so much like better. The music, the interactions, and even the views actually.
We're getting professional at it. We really are. I mean, we're condensing everything from 20 minutes to a shorter time, and it's
okay.
It's wonderful. It really
when
works.
we started, when we started, it was more like a play kind of thing, and there were long scenes, and like we learned that it was too long, it didn't work. Like you have to get to the point, make the first joke really quickly, within the first seconds. You've got to get people's interest. And so now like the latest one we made is much, it's shorter, it's faster, there's lots of things happening, there's jokes coming all the time, and there's visual jokes and all kinds of stuff going on. So we're aiming
for episode 4. We're going all out for episode 4. So we're hoping that's even, back in your festival in the spring.
Absolutely. Well, I love to hear that. I mean, because you guys keep making more and more episodes with the same crew, you can totally put into practice all the things you learn each episode and just get more efficient each time. And I love the comment that you made, jump into the joke, make it quicker. Do we have another guest joining us?
Yeah. Mark's wife just came, and come on, join the group.
Welcome.
This is
You're live.
Felipe's wife.
Yes, this is.
And this is the actual couch they sit on. So you actually get them
right here.
in their own living room.
Welcome to the interview. So I'm curious. You mentioned you're now working on episode 5, and then you're going to take a little bit of a change in the kind of preceding episodes. Can you talk a little bit about that at all?
It's still really in the works. I haven't even written and sent it out to copyright yet. So I'm still working on it. I really just kind of want to get through these 2 episodes first. Then it's going to be more of like a drama, like a true life kind of a thing. And just to, give that a shot. And the thing I like about the series we have now, the little private Limousine, we can always go back to it. It's like a never ending story.
Right.
Charlie is just a whole bowl of wrong with his drivers. He's insulting. I don't know what to say about him. He's a pervert. He's insulting. He's mean.
I'm a handful.
He's a handful with his wife, and he's a handful with the people. Every one of his clients always wind up like, I want more money. You see her always wind up getting kicked out of the car. Episode 1, he pushed him out with an umbrella. So anyway, it's always stuff like that. So we can always even go back to that, and I still might, once in a while. Yeah. Because it's the story that just a different,
There's
no ending really, until the limousine gets taken away or something.
Right.
So he loses it in a card game or something.
Right?
Until we wise up and stop booking him.
And we want to try different things. Like comedy is fun, but we want to try other stuff too and see.
Totally.
We're learning a lot doing this, and it's interesting and fun and exciting. So
Well, I'm curious. Do you feel that making a transition to drama is that easier or harder coming from comedy?
I think comedy's hard nowadays. You know,
Right.
comedy is you're on such a thin rope, and sometimes I'm like, are we insulting anybody, or is this, you know, because you never. Comedy is like you're walking a tightrope, and you never know. And there's plenty of times where we would sit there and watch, like, you know, we gotta take that out. That might not go over, like, you know. So,
Right.
and the other times he put something, and it's one of the most fun I like watching about the movies is when we do watch with an audience of people, the things people laugh at and the things they don't. Sometimes they laugh at things that weren't even intended to be funny, and they found it to be funny. And the other
Right.
ones, you throw this big thing, they're like, you know, so it's weird. You never know. So I think drama is safer. I think
yeah.
it's easier, but we'll see. I guess that's a whole thing too. Maybe
Totally.
I don't know, but I just think, you know, comedy, you're always walking on like eggshells, you know?
Right. Well, I'm interested to see the development in your style, but I do think the comedy is great and does read well in a group. I'm curious, are any of you able to make it out to the Portland Comedy Film
Oh,
Festival in October?
yeah.
Absolutely.
We
Yeah.
are.
Well, it's coming. Yeah.
They're going, she's going. I
Excellent.
will have to see in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
What my
I
schedule looks
love
like.
it. Okay, fantastic. So we're gonna have the whole crew there, and I think you guys are gonna tear the house down.
They're spending the whole weekend out in Portland.
Awesome. Well, it's equally humid as New Jersey, to my understanding. So you're well prepared. Is there anything else you guys would like to add about Private Limo?
Tony, why don't you speak? Because you came late.
I'm just looking forward to the festival and hope we'll win.
That's
Yeah, me too.
Excellent.
Felipe always wins.
This is our first festival. This is our first
That's
one.
the
Yeah, we just started this. It's our first festival. That's why I'm going to try to fly out in the morning and get there like about 10 o'clock and then leave that night. But
Okay.
it's everyone's first festival. They're making a weekend out of it. They're going to go to the food trucks in Portland or something.
Oh yeah,
I keep hearing about that.
Yeah.
totally.
So, you know,
I think it'd be fun just to go and like
That's
meet
so
other
exciting.
makers and see ourselves on the big screen, and you know,
Absolutely.
fun, yeah.
Well, I would say one of the important bits of advice is just something that I don't even need to tell you guys because you're already a good friendly group. But you're going to meet tons of people out there, and you're going to talk to them beforehand, and they're going to see your work, and they're going to come up to you because I know they're going to love it. And I think you're going to have a very good experience. But yeah, network, make those connections. We get a lot of East Coasters. I think it's going to be a really fantastic time, and I cannot wait to meet all of you out there in person.
Thank you.
Great, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, I'm really looking forward to it, and thank you all so much for getting the group together to talk with me today.
Yeah, I figure rather than just me, I'll be too boring. So I'm gonna get the real characters in.
Totally. Well, thank you guys, and
Thank
take
you.
care.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye now.
Bye.
Take care.